Good evening, good evening, good evening, everybody. Those that are tuning in, you're welcome, you're welcome, you're welcome, you're welcome. This is an interesting moment that that God has made for us this evening to come and hear what I'm going to be saying. You know, I want you to invite your friends. I want you to invite your contacts. If you have any group that you are in, I'm kindly inviting you to share this broadcast in all those groups that you are in. You can even copy the link of this live broadcast and paste it in some WhatsApp groups that you are into. I've called you to come this evening so that we can talk. We can talk. So I want you to share with your contacts and invite them to this broadcast because there is something that I would want to share with you. So before I say anything and even get into finer details, I want to give you 1 minute of doing the best that you can. 1 minute of spreading this broadcast everywhere. Oh yes, I mean everywhere. Wherever and whatever you can do to make this broadcast reach your friends, I want you to do that. Even your enemies, this is the only time I expect you to contact even people that you don't even talk to. Surprise them. Share the link with them and say, there's a man who's calling you to come and hear what he is going to be saying. So ladies and gentlemen, this is a special broadcast that I'm coming to you. It's a different environment. It's a different atmosphere that we have tonight. It's not the usual atmosphere that we always have when I come on this platform to share the word of God and preach. I think majority of you, if not all of you, will be shocked to hear me say I'm live this evening on such a day, not to preach. So what is it that I want to say? I'm sure you are asking yourself the same question that, what is it that you want to say? So because of that, I would want you to share the broadcast and as well participate even in the comment section. I would want you to participate in the comment section. Talk to me. Tell me where you're watching from. Let me know wherever you're watching from. You know, I want to know if I'm reaching so many nations at one go. Let me know. And I see those that are watching from Zimbabwe, thank you for tuning in. Those that are watching from, I see South Africa, Pretoria, God bless you. Thank you for tuning in. I see, what is this? Francistown, Botswana, thank you for tuning in. And I see comments are coming so fast and different nations, so many nations are here to hear what I am about to say. So please, I want you to do this for the last time. Share the broadcast. And welcome to those that are tuning in right now. I see our numbers are going up. Those that are tuning in, welcome, welcome, welcome to this broadcast. I've been saying to those that tuned in earlier that I'm here to share something very, very important with you, and I'm not here to preach. I'm not here to teach. I'm not here to open the Bible. I'm here to expose the evil agenda of the devil against my spiritual father, Prophet Emmanuel Makandiwa. So because of the nature of this broadcast, I want you to brace up, because this is going to be brutal. So I want you to be ready for me. I want you to be ready for me. Make sure you are in a comfortable place. You are where you can manage your emotions if you are too emotional. Because what I'm going to show you today will shock you. My heart is heavy, and I would want you to pay attention to what I'm about to bring to you. So, ladies and gentlemen, I believe you have seen the flyer which I posted on my platform as an invite, inviting you to this broadcast, which was written the reason behind a failed broadcast meant to tarnish the image of Emmanuel Makandiwa. I'm sure you're all here because of that caption, and you want to hear that, is there a reason why the broadcast failed? Yes, there's a reason. And the reason is so shocking. The reason will break your heart. I'm sitting here with a heavy heart. I'm not as excited as some of you are, because I know the content that I'm going to be bringing to you in the next few minutes. Recently, there was an attempt to tarnish the image of the man of God, Prophet Emmanuel Makandiwa. And for your own information, me sitting here saying everything that I'm saying, I know there are people somewhere who will be saying, the prophet has sent him to come out and speak. I'm doing this. This is my own brain, my own thinking, and my own doing, so that we can put the record straight. I'm one person naturally who cannot tolerate attempts to tarnish images of individuals that have lived a straightforward life. I don't take that. And I'm sitting here talking to you because the same thing that irritates me naturally was done on my own men of God. So I'm responding today, and you understand in the history of my father's ministry, there is one person who doesn't respond to anything. He doesn't respond. You say this, you say that. You just come out and go straight into the word, teach the word, share grace, release you, go home, get blessed, and that's it. It's not in his nature, spiritually and physically, to respond to statements made by individuals against him in public or in private. But it's good to know that we differ. We differ, and I actually admire my father's strength. I'll be honest. I admire my father's strength, which is a strength to know what people are saying and still not respond to it. That's his strength, which I admire. And I pray that one day God will bring me to his level. But before I reach his level, while least I'm still at my level, because I'm not at the level of my father, while least I'm building up to get there, I've come across something which made me to come out and release this that I'm about to release. What I can say to you right now is that what you are about to see It is something that you will never come across. I've sat down with myself looking at the video that I want to put here on the screen so that you guys can watch. I've never seen in the history of the church where such a plot against a man of God can be captured right on the camera. I've never seen that. You have seen exposures, you have seen this and that. But this that I'm about to show you is one of its kind. I'm telling you, it's one of its kind. If you are smart and intelligent, you put this content in its own league because it has never happened. That's why I'm so comfortable sitting here that you need to invite everybody and come here so that you can see what I am already in possession of. So shocking that people can sit down and plot to bring down a man of God with lies and plot to go live on a broadcast in public after rehearsing in private. They go on public and speak as if they are telling the truth, yet actually it's a lie. All right, let me say this. On the 6th of December 2020, there was a live broadcast which was conducted. I want to believe that was in South Africa because the host of the program resides there by the name J. Israel. I know some of you were there watching when he was live, trying to hear what he has to say, which ended up not happening. That's why I'm calling it the reason behind a failed broadcast, and the reason why it ended the way it ended, where the guests could not feature. I know the reason, and that's what I want to give you. And why the broadcast had to be cut like that, I know what happened, and I'll explain to you in details. So for those that want to know what you are talking about, we are sitting here and we are discussing the events around the broadcast conducted by J. Israel, a man who's running his movement of Back to Christ. You see, so I want to discuss something that was happening around that broadcast so that you guys understand. The broadcast was meant to tarnish the image of Prophet Emmanuel Makandiwa. That's not a secret because the poster, the flyer, whatever you call it, the banner, he had all those details on it to say this is the mission. Come, we are exposing the occultic, we are exposing Satanism, we are exposing this man, we are exposing this and that, like what they call him, a charlatan. But tonight we are going to see who the charlatan is. Tonight we are going to see who the charlatan is. The problem is coming on the broadcast with a lie, only so that one can tarnish the image of the man of God. The nature of what you are going to watch in the next few minutes is not just an exposure like the way you're watching right now and you'll be like, wow, what? Wow, what? No. It's also criminal in nature. Because in the broadcast, they are not in the broadcast, in the video that you are about to watch, there are crimes that were committed. There are statements and plots that are criminal in nature, that if they are to be left unattended, to be executed. One might be watching me and say, but why are you responding? Why even speaking about it? I'm speaking about it because certain portions that are in the video that I'm going to give you now are criminal in nature. So if I don't bring them out to public to you, and they are left to be executed, it will be difficult for even some of you to believe that what is circulating out there is a lie. So to help all of you, to protect all of you, I had to do this. So even though it's not in our nature to respond, this is why I made up my mind to say I'm going to do this. And no one will stop me from doing this. I have to do it because it's criminal in nature. There's extortion involved. And there's plotting of cases that leads to rape. There's plotting of cases that leads to all sorts of crime, which will be so difficult tomorrow to handle it. But I want to thank God. I know I said I'm not here to preach, but I want to thank God because before everything was executed, I was in possession of the plot happening. I was in possession of that. So I'm here to stop the plan and the evil agenda of the devil. In what you're going to watch is the man that I've mentioned who went on live by the name J. Israel, and a woman whom he was talking to in that video, where they were plotting and discussing how they are going to present a lie on their broadcast, which was meant to happen on Friday, the 5th of December. I don't know what happened, maybe technical or what, and then it was moved to the 6th, which was on Saturday around 8 p.m. at night. So all that you saw on that broadcast was staged. And I will tell you why, because the question is, but how he went live? What happened to the guests? What happened to that's the question all over. I've seen headlines all over social media, and I am sure, because I've asked you to invite people. Some of the people are watching right now and they want to know what happened. Pay attention, and if you are to write tomorrow, don't write what I didn't say. Write what I'm telling you, and keep this at the back of your mind, that I'm doing this because certain plots in the video are criminal in nature. And I'm not just saying them out to you like this. I have personally reported them to the police. So a case has already been opened against the guest who was determined to join the broadcast and lie. So the guest who was meant to join J. Israel on his broadcast is by the name of Blessing Muzongi Mashangwa. That's the name of the woman. This is the same woman who has taken it upon herself years ago to sue the man of God, Prophet Emmanuel Makandiwa, claiming tithes back and so on and so on. So this woman is not new to this kind of situations where she stands against the prophet of God. She's not new to this. First time she did what she did, and it's okay. But this time around, seeing the same person coming again with another subject, not of monies and all that, but to come and say this that you're about to hear, I had to come and speak out and review to you where you hear her saying words that she's going to be speaking. Listen to this right before I give you this video for you to watch. I'm not going to say you enjoy it. There's nothing to enjoy about it. Some of you will be very emotional, but I want you to calm down. Remember, I heard this for a long time. but I'm calm. I'm calm right now. Listen to this. So, in that video, it is this woman blessing Mashangwa Mzongi with J. Israel sitting on the couch, and they're in the room. Both of them are not aware that there is a secret camera planted in that room recording every word. Oh my God. I'm sure some of you are already sweating. You're like, what? You can't wait. You can't wait. You see, I'm telling you, so that is the setup where the woman is speaking, plotting that we want to bring it out this way. If we talk about money, it won't have impact. So this woman took it upon herself to join J. Israel's broadcast and claim that she was Prophet Emmanuel Makandiwa's second wife. Oh, you didn't hear me. You didn't hear me. You didn't hear me. This that I'm telling you is not something that you first hear on the video that I'm going to show you. No. Go back to the same video of J. Israel of 6th of December. He said it, that there's a woman whom I wanted to invite, and everyone was left with question to say, who is that woman? And J. Israel told you guys that this woman wanted to come here on this broadcast and say that she was Prophet Makandiwa's second wife, and even give details of where they used to meet, how everything was being done, and. She wanted to come and say that. So there's no way the host can give us a background of what the woman is going to come and say if they've not agreed that this is the point that we want to drive home during the broadcast. But there's a reason why the woman did not pitch up. There's a reason. And I'm tempted to give you the reason before you watch this broadcast. So this man, J. Israel, reached out to me on the phone. He called me. I'm sure by then he was ready to broadcast. He had set everything. Everything was in place. He has spoken to the guests that were meant to come on the broadcast. So he did reach out to me and told me that I want to expose your father. Because with me, I have a woman who's coming out to speak and tell the world that she was in a relationship with your father. She was in an intimate relationship with your father. She was a second wife to your father. So upon hearing that, knowing my father, I gave him a go-ahead. And I said to him, there is nothing like that, because I know my father. I gave him a green light and I said, you can proceed. Not only that I know my father, but also that at that moment when he called me, I was already in possession of the secret recording. So I gave him a green light and I said, you can go ahead. Let the woman speak and you go ahead and speak. As of how I got the video, it's not for you to know. It's for the two, which is Blessing, the woman, and J. Israel. It's for them to do their own investigations of people that are around them. Not just around them, close to them. The two of them, not one of the two, but the two of them have to do investigations. Like I said, that it's not every information that I'm going to give you, especially concerning how I got it. I just told you that it's between the two to find out. Because between the two, there are people close to them. They will have to do their own investigations and find out how all this happened. And I got to know that there were cameras planted in this room or placed in this room, making sure that this plot has been captured. And the two of them are not aware of what is happening, to an extent that where J. Israel was seated, I got to know that there was a audio recording device which was also placed on that couch, so that when they talk, their voices are clear. And these cameras were planted in that room. It's for the two of them to find out how everything unfolded. But what I can say, just being generous, maybe a hint, it's somebody or some people around them. They can do their own investigations. So, ladies and gentlemen, my heart is heavy looking at such happening right on the camera captured. And at the same time, I'm excited that the evil agenda is amounted to nothing as planned. So there are things that I will come after the video and show you and explain to you which are very strong. And I want you to be ready for what I'm going to say after that. So, ladies and gentlemen, the video that we're about to watch is shocking, emotional, and heartbreaking. It's a 25 minutes long video. And I will talk about the video initially, how long it is after you've watched it. But at the moment, I want you to watch this video. This video was way before the broadcast was done on the 6th of December. It was way before. And for you to know the dates, to show you that what I'm showing you is not people who were kidnapped after and they were made to do this video so that we can cover nothing. I'm going to pin in the comment section right now a link from YouTube where I uploaded this video, and I will give you the date just now. For you to know that I was in possession of this before the 6th of December, where the live broadcast was conducted or attempted. Whatever you call it, it was an attempt. But the good thing is that I liked on the broadcast is, before it ended, the man also went on to give details of what the guest was going to come and say. You don't know how I was seated. I had to stand up in joy to say, thank you for that. Because there was no way I was going to come out and start saying the guest was supposed to say this, yet the guest didn't pitch up, or the host did not say it, you know. So the host went on to say it because he was not aware of this. The reason the woman did not show up, but just quickly before I give you the reason why the woman didn't show up, there's a YouTube link that I just mentioned. There's a November date, which you find there, and the broadcast was conducted in December. I uploaded the video on YouTube in November. The broadcast was in December. So that you guys can know that which video was recorded first. This one that I uploaded on YouTube was private. I made sure that I put it on YouTube and lock it so that it cannot be seen before this day. So it's actually today that I'm unlocking the video, put the link here so that you guys can see that this thing was planned by two people whose intention was to go and tarnish the image of the men of God. You know, I feel all sorts of things when I think of the content of this and how people can go far and encourage each other to lie in public. Now, to those that want to know, the reason why the woman did not pitch up is because right before the broadcast, I took a screenshot of the video that we were about to watch and sent it to the woman's WhatsApp number. That's what I did. And said, hey, I have you on this recording and I know you are about to go and lie. Go ahead and lie while least you are aware that I am in possession of this video that you're about to watch. Guess what? That's the reason why she didn't pick up the call. That's the reason why she didn't join the broadcast. It is because she was already aware that I am in possession. I'm sure she was shocked, confused. What's happening? She was trying to figure out she was not herself. You see? So that's why she didn't pitch up. And during the broadcast, I'm sure you saw when Jay Israel was live, someone was calling and was saying someone is distracting. That was me calling him, trying to draw his attention to check his WhatsApp message because I had also sent to him, but he didn't get to see it before the broadcast. He went on to see it. He only saw it while he was live. And that was the end. The reason behind the failure, that's where it all went wrong, because I started making moves to show my people that I have this content, and everything ended in tears. Like they always say that it will end in tears, and everything ended in tears. That's how I interrupted the whole thing. And up to now, I'm sure only the two knows what's happening, and the rest of you are about to know. So I just had to say that before you guys can watch this shocking, heartbreaking video of the woman coming up to say, I can lie. And this man, Jay Israel, being used to be the interviewer. I feel sorry for him. I feel sorry for him because he was used by this woman to go ahead and press live button, waiting to bring in a guest who confessed to say this is a lie. So ladies and gentlemen, there are things that I'm going to say after this video that you need to hear. Sit back, relax, watch. I'm not going to say enjoy. There's nothing to enjoy. It's so heartbreaking. Watch this video and I will come right after 25 minutes. Thank you.
Now we are live. Yeah. So where were you meeting? Which places, which countries and all that? Okay.
And I'm not here to start dishing information, I think the main agenda is to confess your sins unto one another and feel like I go confess, then you move on with your life because you'll be feeling this heaviness and this much. So it's not like I want to bring him down. Yeah, but we were just like a normal couple. We did what we did. We loved each other. We were good for each other, and yeah, he showed his love for me in many ways that he did show other people. My father would.
So can you tell us where were you meeting? Which areas, which countries have you traveled together as a couple?
I told you the answer.
Pastor T knows.
Pastor T knows. Pastor Romulus knows. Those are the only people, and I believe when we do things, okay, having an affair is having an affair.
It's just a normal thing.
It's not a normal thing, but it just happened. I don't think it's not like he went out there saying I want to have an affair, and I don't think I went out there saying I want to have an affair. But when I had problems, I would call my prophet and I would go to prophet, and I'm sure it also his problems that he's not able to share with other people. And you know what it is when there are two people who are also high profile. No, I can't say enough high profile. When you've got two people with so much to lose, they've got no one to share with their issues.
So definitely this thing was very secret.
It was very secretive. It was two people who were going through a lot, and they realized they could go through that together. And we did. I became very strong because of him. He showed that he was a pillar. He was a pillar.
He would come.
He would say, go through my prophet, but the answer would already be there that I'm coming. And I will not be surprised to see them not coming together because it's not my prophet I'd invited anyway. I'd invited my own man.
So you would never come to your functions with the wife? Absolutely.
He was trying to respect me.
Okay.
He was trying to be respectful to me.
Saka your relationship
it was a good one. A very good one. We understood each other.
Saka my prophet wanungatifungira.
It was not my place to try.
Suspect or anything.
I think I'm the kind of woman who could if I'm in a relationship with someone, I'm not in a relationship with a crowd. I'm not going to be trying to think what my prophet is thinking.
Okay.
I'm not going to be trying to think what that my pastor is thinking. I was assured by my man that I was loved. That was enough for me. It was enough for me.
So that assurance was good. I
had no doubt whatsoever that he was for me. Whenever I had no money, he would send cash.
Yes.
With Pastor T. Sometimes it would be said Pastor T is coming to collect tithe, but in fact he's coming to drop money.
When you tithe, you collect Kumba?
No, Pastor T. And yeah, if I'm depressed, I would know that I'm not happy about something, and they'll try and make it right. Like I remember there's a day I went and I knelt in church in front of a pulpit. I remember my Lazaro brought me Zambia on the cover. He came that same night. And he came with me, Makando, not know why it is happening, opening, not know why it is happening, but the two of us would know. Okay, they will look for each other and say, opening, come, let's change mode.
Are you sure?
Okay, where did we get it wrong? We were scared. So to think Makando is a good woman, I never asked. It was about me and him, two of us.
Kutotaura futi kuti vanhu vanofungidzira kuti murume aite zvemabhebhuri but kutori nevandinoziva vari kuchema vakawanda.
Because ndakatozobudawo mazviri.
Ndakatozoonawo.
Why did you not talk? You know what these people, it's a psychological thing. Once you do things with these people, they will make you believe that if you say anything, you will die or you'll be cursed or something.
So that's why I've been
So
quiet.
I was quiet, and even when I left UFI, I was actually prepared to continue. I would say Ndakufa, because that was what was drilled in us. But once you leave this church, it's like the grace is gone.
You die.
You die. So I was already thinking, I might not die.
I will die.
I will die.
And for the sake of my kids, I don't want to die.
And I became stronger and stronger. But I was on this paper, and I said, no, if in the relationship I can talk about it. It's not true. So I'm sure there are a lot of women out there afraid with Indikataura. Hey, Nakandiwa, I will die. No, you will not die. It's an affair, it's an affair.
So if you want to speak out, feel free to speak out.
Feel free to speak out. If it makes you feel better, it makes you feel like you can start a new chapter in life, do that. No one is dying. No one has sits that high. No, it doesn't work like that. As I gained confidence in God, and because once the Mariange said Chapera, then I started to see the business language and you know, I bought a house in Joburg, I bought an office in Joburg. This was after my friend. That's when I said, no, this guy is a liar. I'm not going to die. Manipulative. So yeah, I decided that I'll talk about it. I didn't go asking Makandiwa out. Makandiwa is the one who came. Akatauranyaya kansana kuti mama ndinokufarirai. Saka inini kuti ndibvunze kuti muri kundifarira sei ndichiziva kuti pane munhu aripo, ndakangofunga kuti amen ndezvekumba kwavo. Focus on my own green lawn.
Kana kuti zvino Mwari mukati.
Zvino Mwari mukati. Because kuda kutozondipusha kuita pastor, he pushed so many times. Which means he wanted me to be very involved in his ministry. I didn't want. Yeah, no, that's all I'm for you.
Yeah, no.
Because you will know that, finish. It's true. And you say, even the divorce, I'm looking at WhatsApp messages from as back as 2016, 2017 with your wife. Before, even if it was in the High Court, you knew they were divorcing. And you were saying they're divorcing because they left the church, but you were the first person to know. What is your comment on that? You have to be pinned on him. He's the one who caused it.
He's the one who caused the divorce.
By having an affair with me. Then he was the first one to also know. But then he went to the church and tried to make it seem like we are divorcing because we left the church. No, we don't play like that, you see. We cannot play like that. But I told her before that you know. It's not beautiful. I swear with the soul. Ever I slept with my candle. May thunder strike them. Yeah. I swear with the most precious two people in my life, Zoe and Emmanuel.
I believe you.
I did not.
I believe you.
I did not. People know how dangerous you are, especially pastors. You actually start by the wedding. I told you how you will go. I prophesied Michelle will go. I'm prophesying now the step one will go is Makandeo. I'm sitting here with a claim 1,400 people amounting to $12 million. You will call and say, Jay, my brother.
There are people like that?
Come. No, they are not there, guys.
Okay.
They are not there.
Okay. They're claiming their money is back.
And I'm managing it. Today I'm sitting on claims over 12 million before I even put the one woman being owed 1 million.
It's only 1 million.
For me, but it's somewhere at 798.
US dollars.
I used to be rich, but I'll go back.
Listen, you are crazy.
I know.
1 million.
No.
Why didn't you recover it?
Ndakenda nesuitcase re-800,000 kuna mai vangu vakatidzokera naro. I told you. So he has got it, I know he's keeping it. He knows what he will lose. He will tell you, my brother, those 12 million in planes. Leave them alone, my brother. Come get 1 million.
But who can I talk to?
Start with a live.
Okay.
They will come. I know how he operates. And the good thing now, other people want to claim their own ones. They will start coming now. You even dedicate a WhatsApp line for people who just want to claim. Confidential, discreet. Send your name, send your amount. We are promising and guaranteeing you get it back because he said it. Another man say,
No, is that all? You said it?
No, he said it. I'm bad for you, I think.
We have made money. We have made money. I'm telling you. Muzati changoti I was the second wife. I just sungirira.
Kuti he has got a second wife.
No, but you were the second wife.
I will say. Kuti not our beef. Even in the South Africa, chair and guess Nagari. Do condition another month. Check it in the portion for chango.
Muchechi.
I will say it. But it's a lie. It's a lie. Ask them my bodyguards. Ake baba wangu vakarwara aipinda hospital after hours.
Kunoona mda.
Kumona baba wangu ask vanopa venues. He will leave, divert. Mimi akandoa chinda nemota yawe yaishinda pavenues kumona baba wangu. That loyalty. You think it was just loyalty? No, it was man. It was a marriage. Hey, but
it was a proper marriage.
You can ask your mother. Never slept with Makandeo. Never. But I could go to his house. He has got a lounge. And my sofa got out. No, not like this. Like those are brown, but I got white.
Live yedo. Danyatsuita in, I think, probably 2 weeks consecutive. The same way that I did with Aflukao. Takatanga kuma Miracles. Nikaenda kwa Skana, nikaenda ku Mari, nikaenda, bit by bit, kuma cult, kuma chichichi, kuma prophecy, one by one, videos tichiwa nayo, tichima display. But umuntu ndoziya kuti mawani paachanzonzwa kuti mawani, paachanzwa the blessing is life. I'm telling you. Tukachatanga kumanyira pfungwa dzake koko kuti pakaipa.
I don't tell him on my tables, Makandeo.
Yeah.
If he's thinking it's about money, it's like a strategize in angle, it will shock him.
Man, I put it. Because once he hears what you are like, he will know what you are coming to talk about money.
So it will be another issue. Tinga to it as a fabricator. Which was the second wife.
Yeah.
And the people will believe it.
I'm telling you.
And the babongo said, that's why.
That's why.
That's why when I was
everything.
People start saying,
even with details, he came, Kumba. He would do this, he would come. He came unannounced at some point. He would just,
South Africa, no one ever sang. Ndakamuudza inini kuti paVIP kana ndisipo ndisagarise munhu pasiki pangu ende kakawanda ndozvaizoitika ndisana tozoita fight. Functions anga itozoita anouya ndikamuudza kuti business harichafamba itorikuruta kumira pastage I probably endani nganyora because amanaka vanova kuti sure munambobvira makamaketa business wemumunhu kunze kwake but
ndolegera kangomaketwa business hakuna rini
mbotaurawo navamwe vanhu 5 vekuyefa kuti inobuderwa munoziva kuti munotrust because inobhilivika but yo
anochema musodzi andorara pasi akataura akaisa musoro maoko mumusoro kuti yai because mai makandiwa ndovanotanga kubvunza kuti saka pese pamaenda kuSouth Africa naBlessing Blessing ari kuSouth Africa muri kuSouth Africa ndozvamaiita
ndorodza kuti mai mandirambo vakandega ndaravakirwa namakandiwa ndaiona kuti marezvo zimanishomero akaanonza muchechi kuti baba ende mutengemba mubhuku angatonditaurira kuti zvoti mugare korera kuonana kumusonera
akaanonza muchechi kuti
ndakuona matengemba mubhuku
achuze mese muri tuna upenyu
muchechi chiuya mugare mubhuku mwari vari kuti uya mugare mubhuku
ndobva anotenga zvake imba
vanhu vakapenga kuti ivo vapinda mubhuku vakuti nini chiuya mutengo womubhuku munemba yenyakanaka vanhu tokatati the mansion ndekumaoko yanyakanaka imba iyoyo akati but it doesn't make sense yana musina imba you've got 2 properties ari kuti ndainotenga mubhuku for what and people start making one and one two together.
No, people will make one but no this is true this is true this is true. It can never be a lie. It's very true. How do you think what do you think would be his reaction? I'm not reactor say.
You know chunanitsa namakandiwa ga. Ini handinzwisisi nababa veve. But satatanga mutanga manobvunza mai venyu kuti munhu namakandiwa mutange manyazoziva
But there was no relationship whatsoever.
Nothing, never, nothing. But even inini ndakasvika pakubuda muyear5 even dai uri unzi upenyu haasi kuziva kuti tinotaura kumuti baba mutorambobvunza muyear5 last day ramakabuda makandiwa begged upenyu. Don't go, God is saying it's not yet time. How he knew, I don't know.
I never been informed.
But it doesn't move at around. The time of Stella trip to combat to no Nikanas. But church is a better mobile. He begged her that he don't go. No relationship whatsoever. And then I was not dramatic. My chairs I do not consider some fine. Macheza angu inini
pamegara
pataigara izozo
amenyatsogara pamberi chako chako
to the point yekuti inini ndikasvika ndikaona munhu akagara ndaitotenda ndienda kumateresi chechi yaipera maasha achinditsvaga kumateresi ndakarelaxa zvangu. I didn't try to be. I think you just need to have people in year5 ask this woman about me kuti how was under mashango. Hey, they'll tell you it was a perfect couple, Shane. Perfect.
1 second. See, as soon as I go live with this woman, this Jackie Pamoto lady.
That one where
yeah.
That one you're like a book around the great secret.
I know good. You don't know good.
Because it's a lie. I don't. It's fungicide because it's a lie.
Which one?
What's the second wife?
The second wife. But how do you think you will react once he hears us saying that you are the second wife and whatnot?
Do you know everything about me? You did it publicly.
One bedroom,
I one bedroom and in the
but inenge itori nice revenge manje pamari baiva.
But if you're better off with the money, cut us out 12 million claims.
You think how much do you think he might take out?
So calculate about 1,400 people.
Mm-hmm.
But double claim at least 1,000 US each.
Okay. How many people?
1,400 people.
But double claim 1,000, that's like 1.4 million. Right?
Is it 1.4 million?
Yeah, 1.4 million. Or 14 million.
Kumarano zvizoti vakawanda ruda mari dzavo nemasitenda avo nemota dzavo. You will shake him. But you kuzoti second wife and you will regret everything.
Ndipe sounds ari good.
Ndinotora phone yangu.
Aiwa, fonere sounds.
Ndinoona kuti ndinomubata here Bisawa vanhu veZimbabwe kuti havarare.
Aiwa, bata sounds.
That one ka.
Bata sounds.
Uya kana kumuzwa kuti sounds ngatichingotaura kuti makatomborara naye ka.
But anenge akuda something.
Inobva yanyatsosimba but.
Anenge akuda something.
Aiwa uya yari beat up pakandowaka. Inenge good revenge. She will feel honored. But you don't negotiate as you.
No.
Send me to.
No, I don't. You know what? I don't even talk about that.
No, but you need someone to say that you're doing in life. I think in a life moment.
All right.
I know that cleaning up, but you go up with a string, you're going to go to or you're blessing and girls. But all right, one time I mean, I will say, may I don't broke women. I don't know what you sound like.
Dear. Iye ndiye munhu watukura iye. Uyu.
Aiwa uyu kuti ndakaranda ndiri girlfriend avo anozvishe stupid anozviti.
Tikabatanidza uyu nemagirlfriends chaiwo chokwadi.
Chokwadi vari veri vana vakandei. Magirlfriends haako zvake. Haako.
It's okay. On the day of the actual Ningi live, one thing I can tell you ndechekuti ari kwaari ikoko kana asati ambonamata muupenyu hwake achapfuga mapazi atanga wanamata. Telling you. Because anenge asikuziva kuti chii chiri kuda kubuda. Because anoziva kuti palive yangu kapa pangoweja dzetuzogei.
Taito strategies atese tikanoti munhu tanzwa runyere kupero zvada kudai taibva tazvirova seprofesi nokuudza kuti dedende munongoita seprofesi. So pazvinozobuda zvezvakange vakazvitaura asi tinenge takatonzwa nerumasikari tofanira taenda kumberi. Vanenge vachitoziva kuti vakada havozotaura mai havakava chiro chavataura vanhu vachangobhilivha because we're too close.
Yeah, pakaipo.
But we need to tribute question.
Pakaipo.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're still okay. As of me, it breaks my heart to see that in this world we have individuals that are determined to tarnish the image of men of God to this extent. I know I've watched this video before, but watching it together with you and looking at your comments and your reaction made me feel what I felt the first time I sat down to watch it. There are people out there that are determined, as you have seen, that this woman is determined. Blessing Mashangwa is determined to tarnish the image, because just trying to think of it, that how can one boldly say, I'll go in public and say, I was in a relationship with Prophet Emmanuel Makandiwa. To go in public and say, I slept with him. To go in public and say, we'll travel to South Africa, to some places, booking in hotels. All those things, those are things that don't even add up, especially to us who know our Father. His face and image is everywhere. There is no way he can walk into a hotel and there won't be chaos there. What more walking into the hotel with a woman who is not his wife? Those are things known to us that they don't make sense. And now known to you and the whole world, especially after watching this. You heard on some other parts where she even said, where she even said, if I ever slept with him, I swear with my children. She mentioned their names. I'm not going to mention their names here. They are kids. They know nothing. Swearing that I swear with the lives of my children if I ever slept with Makandiwa. That's how she said it. Let thunder strike my children. But then plot to go live in public and say, I had a relationship with him, which was not even there. And you heard on the video saying, it's a lie. So everything that she needed to go out there and lie about is covered in this video. We have all the lies, all the plots, using J. Israel so that a message can go out there. Because this is one man who is known to expose pastors. But there are men that you cannot touch and go unpunished. I'm sure this is a clear message to the two of them, especially to this woman, that there are men that you cannot touch and go unpunished. If you go unpunished, it is their choice not to punish you. Now, I have come and said no to this because the plot is criminal in nature. Imagine plotting to gather hundreds of people to say, come back and claim your monies. If you do that, Makandiwa will pay you. This is the woman telling J. Israel that we can gather people who claim their money, $1,500 each. They started calculating, is this millions and so on. So if you come out and say that, Makandiwa will bribe you so that you don't continue with that. You will lose money. That's extortion committed by this woman in this 25 minutes video. The plots of saying we can call girls to come and we can pay them. And you hear this woman saying to J. Israel, no, you don't have to talk about paying yourself because your image, you don't have to talk about money. We have to find someone who talks about it. And she said, oh, I can do it. She's the one bringing an idea of go around and buy girls that can make a kill and lie that we had a relationship with the prophet. You all have that in this video. Everything is there in this video. You heard it yourself. I'm equally shocked. So this is criminal in nature and it has been reported to the police. That's why we are coming to you. We are organized to that level that we don't just come out and give statements without reporting to the authorities. So the authorities are already aware of this. They're in possession of this video. And now we are coming to you so that you can see for yourself what the man of God goes through. Now, this is what I don't understand. That coming across such information, not just information that one can doubt, but information that is so open like this, showing us, me and you, that whatever that was meant to be said on the broadcast was not true but a lie. So what I don't understand is how this man, J. Israel, would then go ahead and open his Bible in future, tomorrow, any other time, and preach to you, knowing that he can sit in the same room with this woman and plot lies against the men of God, planning to go in public and say things that the two of them know that it is not true. I've heard him in so many of his presentations and sermons where he called people charlatans, people unholy. But what we are looking at right now is not, I repeat, is not the nature of a man of God, the way he claims to be. So what I'm seeing here is not the nature of a man of God. So I don't understand how he is going to preach to you guys tomorrow and talk about holiness, yet he can be found in such a situation where he is sitting, plotting together with this woman, arranging, advising each other, encouraging each other, commenting on this matter, making sure that it carries the weight that it doesn't have. I don't understand how he's going to preach tomorrow and call people charlatans. So because of this, I'm sure you can tell who the real charlatan is. The same man that calls other charlatans, he is the charlatan himself. As you can see in this video, that he is the one in this video together with this woman discussing and arranging. So ladies and gentlemen, I don't understand. I don't get it. I can't even picture it. That a man of God who claims to be all good and have repented can be found in such a situation where he is in agreement with a woman who is actually lying and is aware that the woman is lying. You have to answer me tonight as you are watching me, that who is the real charlatan. Now, listen to this. This is very important. listen to this. It's very important. I want you to even to adjust your sitting position if you are seated. If you've got a glass of water next to you, just take a sip and listen to what I'm about to say as I wrap up. I don't want to confuse you. I don't want to. You are in shock. Listen to this. This video is 1 hour, 40 minutes long. But all that you have seen is only 25 minutes. Which means we have 1 hour, something around 1 hour, 15 minutes that I still have. I just gave you 25 minutes of 1 hour, 40 minutes. What does that mean to you? It means I still have more content. And I've got my reasons why I had to leave out some parts. I'm sure you have heard that it starts as an audio and then the picture comes in later. I have parts that I deliberately took out in respect. Oh my God, get me on this one. In respect of names that were mentioned by the two whilst they were plotting. The shocking part is the remaining footage that I'm in possession of. There are names of individuals that were mentioned. Individuals that are close to Prophet Emmanuel Makandiyo. Not close like close as in claiming to be close. I mean close to the men of God. And these individuals are men of God. And these individuals are not sons of the prophet. No. They are not pastors of the prophet in the church. No. They are not leaders in the church. No. These are men of God that are close to the prophet. Their names were also mentioned. So I deliberately took out those parts from the footage that you've just watched in respect of them so that I can protect them for now. But I have in possession audios of how these men of God that are very close to my father, how they took part in plotting this, supporting this woman to go ahead and claim that she is the second wife to the prophet. I'm not going to tell you that it's a lie. You already know it because you've watched the video that I gave you earlier. You know it yourself. It's a lie. And the woman even mentioned that you know it's a lie. We are planning. You see. The shocking part is the men of God whose names I've taken out from the video you've just watched are also heard participating in other recordings that I have. That's the shocking part. And I'm going to monitor the reaction of each and everyone after this broadcast. And if I find anything that is of the nature of criticizing what you've just watched and what I've just said, then that would be a green light for me to go ahead and release what I've kept, which you will hear what will shock you, the involvement of other close men of God in this whole thing. You'll be shocked. And I pray that it will not happen that way. So because of this, I know to some unwise people, this is a battle line drawn. But understand that Evidence Chari is not fighting anybody. I'm just protecting what feeds me in my spirit, what feeds me with the word, what feeds me with direction. I'm just protecting my own men of God, the way each and every one of you, every son does to protect his own covering. That's what I'm doing. So I don't expect anybody out there to take it otherwise. No. Just before you think of coming after me, you just think that if he was my son doing this for me, was I not going to be grateful? So please, if anything happens to me, even a single headache, we all know where it's coming from. It is the people involved, the woman in this video. If anything happens to my wife, to my kids, to people that are around me, my parents, I know who did this. Because in my life, I'm one person who rarely gets sick. I don't remember the last time any part of my body was in pain. I don't remember being in trouble or being caught up in danger. If it starts tomorrow, it is because of this. Remember, the matter has already been reported to the police. And any attempt to question what I've just said, I'll respond it with more content. Remember, it's a 1 hour, 40 minutes video. Not only that, and another one of the involvement of other men of God in this. Let me wrap up by saying, some of you must repent today and see the power of God. Because there's no way under the sun where you can capture a plot before execution. No way. It's 1 in a billion times where you can come across with this. So this is not intelligence. This is not a skill. This is the power of God that you guys must see for yourself, that surely the power of God is in existence. The power of God is in existence. Where, explain to me, how does this anointing work? That it starts from the plot to the execution, in control and at peace, dominating. Some of you watching, I know you used to criticize the man of God, Prophet Makandiwa, but this is your opportunity to see. Think, don't be too quick to criticize. Don't be too quick to be negative. Just look at this video. If you haven't watched it, it's in the comment section. I've pinned it. Go on YouTube, sit down, watch it again, and tell me, what do you call that if it is not the power of God? Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to know that there's a God in heaven and his power exists. And to everyone who is out there, it's also good for you to know that there are anointings that are beyond you, and you need to honor them, respect, pay respect. And those anointings, I've seen them upon the man of God, Prophet Emmanuel Makandiwa. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to go to bed now. Think of this. Meditate upon this. Expose this evil and this, I don't know what to call it, that this woman has against the prophet of God. You are sons and daughters of the prophet. It is your duty today and after this broadcast, no matter who you are, how big or small you are, share this broadcast. Let people get to see it and learn that there is a man that cannot be touched just like that. May the good Lord bless you. May the good Lord keep you. And thank you for taking your time to watch this broadcast as we have exposed the plot meant to tarnish the image of Prophet Emmanuel Makandiwa. We thank God because it did not end in tears. It failed because we were in control of the whole situation. I love you so much. Have a good night. Shalom.